What's going on, guys? Power of Tabarn here. Am I recording? Okay, good, I'm recording. And we are here with what could very well be the last game of the set between Figs and Penta. Figs could potentially 3-0 Penta here. He is currently up 2 games versus Penta. He just needs to take 1 game with Sirius, and I think Sirius has a pretty reasonable matchup spread against most of Penta's decks, so I definitely think Figs can pull this off. He might lose this game, but I'm pretty sure he's more than capable of taking a game off of Lucina or Ira. But yeah, this is probably not the best matchup for Figs because thanks to that 1-cost risk you see in the back, this Mia is going to become a turn 270 base, so chances are none of Figs' 1-cost beaters are actually going to be able to swing into this Mia and hit her. What he probably wants to do here is just not deploy anything, but so much for that. He is not having that. He's just going straight into the face. I don't know if I agree with that play. If I were him, I would have just not deployed anything. I would have promoted on turn 3. And then I would have deployed all of those 1-cost beaters on turn 4 when they're more likely to actually hit, due to the -10 debuff from Sirius's promotion. But that's going to hit anyways because, Penta got a very unfortunate self-support there. Let's see if Figs has a crit that he wants to spare here. Yeah, he doesn't. He's going to pass to Penta. Even if he did end up hitting with that Ulster Bear, I still don't know how I feel about that play. Because now, if he didn't deploy any units, Penta would have to choose between either giving Figs cards or just not hitting anything with Mia's on-hit skill. But now he gets to proc Mia's on-hit skill without really suffering any consequences. Unless Figs has dodges for these 1-costs, but that's pretty unlikely. Sword Aggro almost never has dodges for their 1-costs. So yeah, that Lonku is going to go down, and I don't know how I feel about that play from Figs. I mean, the game certainly isn't over for Figs. Obviously, he could still very feasibly win this one, but another issue with Figs' serious build that he brought to this tournament is that he doesn't run very much red, and sure enough, Figs is not going to be able to promote. This could be catastrophic for Figs. Because, yeah, Figs barely runs any red in this build. If I recall correctly, the only red he has in here is Sirius, of which he only runs 6 copies, including the starters. So really, he only runs 5 copies, 4 Ogma, and 4 Marth. So if we do the math there, that is 13 red cards. He needs his promo, and he needs one of his 12 other red cards in order to actually clash change into his promotions. So this Sirius build certainly has some consistency issues, and that could definitely cost Figs, and most certainly is here. So, yeah, Penta is just going to be able to farm up that other sword beater, be able to proc Mia's skill again, and he does not need to give Figs any cards in order to do this. He's just going to grab the 4-3 Mia. He might opt to clash change into that 4-3 Mia, actually, because that'll make him an 80 base. It'll make him a 70 base after the debuff from Sirius. If he stays in this Mia, though, Figs' sword beaters can hit him pretty easily, but they'll have a much harder time. The only ones that'll really be able to get through consistently will be like Shannon and Lonku. If he switches to 4-3 Mia. We'll see what Penta decides to do, though. Figs does get his promotion. He smartly decides to not play any more 1-costs, though. Turn passes to Penta. Penta is in a strong position here. I don't think it's over for Figs. What I hope is that if Figs has Beowulf in his hand, he doesn't do it next turn. Because Penta most certainly does not intend to end this game next turn. And Figs still has 4 cards in his hand. He's going to have 5 cards in his hand, so he'll have plenty of shit he can deploy next turn. He's not in a position where if he doesn't deploy Beowulf this turn, he's just going to lose. Let's see what he decides to do, though.
Has 5 cards in his hand. There's a lot of different plays he can make here. He bonds a Beowulf, and he does not play it. Alright, so I think we all know what that last card in his hand is.
That's good. Made what is, in my opinion, the smart play. And presumably, Ogma and Lonku. Well, wait. Didn't they? Oh, that's right. Mist used her thing. Wow, so a lot of these beaters are just not going to hit. That is unfortunate for Figs. The combination of Mist and Risk just making Mia an unkillable wall here means that even with Sirius's debuff, still not going to be enough for all of the one-cost beaters to hit. Penta looks like he's in a very strong position this game. And Figs most definitely does not have dodges, because that one card in his hand is like a Beowulf guaranteed, so that Tiki is going to hit, and the rest of Figs' board is going to fall to Penta. He's going to be able to... I think he's probably going to use Mia's on-hit skill. He's either going to do that, or he's going to grab a Mia dodge with Risk. Yeah, I guess he's just going to use Risk skill, or save his bonds. He does not seem intent on clearing Figs' board with Mia. He decides to move back Mia.
Wow, just making absolutely certain that he does not die this turn. It looks like Figs is just, I don't know, maybe he's hoping for a Marth draw, but I don't know if I would have eyes Mia there. I feel like Tiki might have been a better choice, but because did Penta... Oh yeah, he did Song Mia, so yeah, that was probably a good play, because Mia's going to be a 90 base versus Beowulf, so yeah, probably the right play to eyes Mia there. Never mind. I assume we're just going to see Bond into Beowulf this turn. I do think he dies next turn if he doesn't Beowulf this turn, so I definitely think it's in his best interest to Beowulf here. If he doesn't Beowulf, I'm pretty sure Penta just deploys one other guy and kills Figs, unless he has serious dodges in his orbs, because Figs, as I mentioned earlier, only runs 6 Sirius in this deck, meaning that he only has 4 Sirius in the deck itself since he promoted, and counting his starter. And he doesn't play Beowulf. I don't know how I feel about that. That's not going to hit. I feel like he probably should have eyes Tiki if he was planning on doing that, but yeah. Hopefully Figs survives this turn. I don't know if he will, though. I'm pretty sure Penta just murders him this turn. If I were Penta, that's what I'd do. I don't know, though. Penta, he played really passively last game, so he might decide to be the same here. But I think in this situation, it's a lot riskier to... Yeah, yep, sure enough. But wait, he didn't move Mia up, so... he isn't actually going to be able to finish Figs off here. So he is going to leave Figs alive, unless he gets a Flyer Emblem. He could get a Flyer Emblem. In that case, that would be fucking unfortunate for Figs, but... in theory, Figs lives this turn. And Penta passes the turn. I don't agree with that. I don't know, though. I suppose... Penta's just confident in his ability to survive a Beowulf turn. Yeah, because Mia's going to be an 80 base here. 90 versus Beowulf, but the debuff means that she's going to be a 70 and an 80 versus Sirius and Beowulf, and that's a self. And yeah, Figs is just going to crit that. So let's see how many dodges Penta needs to have in order to... I don't know what Penta's saying. I don't think there's any reason why. Took back a Mia from Bonds. Can't find it. Lol. Sorry, I put it in retreat. Hang on.
Yeah, he did put it in his retreat. Alright. Not trying to pull the wool over Fig's eyes or anything. Alright. So this is going to be a 70. That's a lucky self for Figs. That is going to hit. Yeah. Oh, wow. And another very lucky self for Figs. That's going to hit too. So Beowulf is going to... how many times is he going to attack? He's going to untap 3 times. So... assuming Penta takes an orb here, he needs to dodge. He only needs 2 dodges in order to survive this. So I feel like Penta is still. Is that right? Yeah, he's 70. Marth is 80 anyways. That still would have hit anyways. Whatever. Alright, let's see if Penta has the dodges to survive this turn. Honestly, I feel like he does. Because, yeah, he only needs 2 dodges here, and I'm pretty sure he grabbed a bunch of dodges in the last couple of turns. Relentless follow-up. Let's see. That will also hit. Does Penta have the... Wow! And that's it! Figs clutches out the set 3-0. That is absolutely incredible from Figs. That is... wow. I don't know how I feel about Penta's playing this set. I guess I'm not gonna question it, but at the same time, I think that okay. I guess that's a bit of an oxymoron. I'm not gonna question it, but I'm gonna question it. But yeah, I feel like there were a lot of things that I would have done differently that set if I were him. Like I think that not attacking all in game 1 was probably a misplay. I think he definitely should have just taken the chance. Well, to be fair, Figs did have that Sirius in his hands, so I don't know. Maybe Penta really didn't have an out game 3, but at the same time, I feel like he could have potentially done more. I don't know though. I don't know. This is great for Figs though. He's quite the upset. I mentioned earlier I consider Penta to be one of the best players on the server. Figs is still fairly new, so yeah, this is great for him. He will be moving on to the semifinals where he will be playing against Kokusho. Hopefully I'll see all of you guys for that match as well. Thank you for watching.